Subscribe. MTL World at Middle World 1 YouTube channel. Swallowed Star 2 Origin Continent. Chapter 241 The Death of the Snow Realm Ancestor. 20th of Volume 6. The six of them, Chaos City Lord, Peng Gong, Anand Dark or Dark Bien, Bing Feng, and Long Xing, were divided into two groups. They all went through the reincarnation cycle and came to the Origin Continent, and became disciples of the original ancestor of Daohe sect. Even with the guidance of me and the original ancestor, there should be only about 10 people in the human race who can reach the level of Void True God. Luo Feng occasionally preached in his hometown, and provided guidance to the strong people of the human race, so he naturally understands the general realm of the strong people of the human race. The six who came this time were nearly the strongest six aside from himself and the original ancestor. Morosa, Luo Feng looked at Morosa beside him. Morosa's real body was still absorbing energy in the Star Tower. There was only a clone beside Luo Feng. Master. Morosa replied respectfully. It was only when he fought with his master did he feel the master's unfathomable power. Even though he has reached the ultimate realm, it is still difficult to measure his master's true strength. Morosa has achieved the ultimate realm, but that is his limit. Breaking through that limit seemed almost impossible. My master is exceptionally talented. Within 500 eras in the Origin Continent, he has already surpassed me, an ultimate realm beast. In the future, he will far surpass me. Perhaps my master may find a way for me to break through my limits. Morosa thought to himself. If he couldn't break through the limits, he would forever be influenced by the destruction Tao. When the Origin Continent returns to extinction, he too would perish along with the destruction Tao. But Morosa didn't want to die, he wants to live. He has no means of breaking free from his shackles and could only rely on his master. Morosa, you always keep one of your clone in Huyang City to cover up the secrets and blur the cause and effect. Luo Feng said. I must ensure that the human race's strong people can grow safely without being targeted by some of the old entities. Don't worry, master. I have mastered the complete Tao. If I obscure the secrets and blur the causality, it will be impossible for anyone to spy on the Origin Continent, Morosa said confidently. Luo Feng nodded. The three major first-rate forces, the Tianmu Kingdom, the Lord of 10,000 Realms, and the East Ji region, would also secretly stir up trouble, but no rumors could be heard from the outside. Just because they do things quietly, the outside world cannot detect them at all. When the secrets are obscured, and the cause and effect are blurred. Unless witnessed on sight, who can be sure that it was these top-tier forces who did it? Even the two ancient nations can only suspect. Nowadays, with our cooperation, we can be regarded as a top-tier force, Luo Feng said, smiling at Morosa. The Wanji Kingdom and the Tianmu Kingdom might not be as strong as the strength of me and Master combined, Morosa also said confidently. Luo Feng smiled. Among the three top-tier forces, the Eastern Extreme Domain has the ancestor of the Eastern Extreme Domain, and even the ancestors of the two ancient nations have to give face. Don't underestimate them. The Lord of the Wanji Kingdom is able to comprehend a complete Tao by himself, and his mental will surpasses the God King level. Perhaps during the long years of cultivation, he has quietly broken through the limits of the God King. Luo Feng said. There are only a handful beings of Origin Continent that could arouse concerns of Luo Feng. Arrange 3 clones to accompany me. Luo Feng instructed. You just need to obscure the secrets and blur the cause and effect. Leave the other matters to me. 3 clones accompanying the master. Morosa asked curiously. For what purpose? With enough strength, it's time to do some things. Luo Feng smiled slightly. Let's take care of the top 10 sinners of the Origin Continent. Clean it all up. Morosa said in shock, unable to contain himself. Master, the top 10 sinners of the Origin Continent, the waters here are very deep. Some of them among the top 10 sinners are even members of the royal families of the two ancient nations. Moreover, some of these top 10 sinners are just minions. They help in capturing billions of beings, and in the end, they are also used by some emperors and monarchs. The beings of the Origin Continent inherently contain a certain primordial essence of the source world. Consuming billions of beings is also a method of cultivating the Xuanhuan bloodline. According to rumors, some of the emperors and monarchs who practices Xuanhuan bloodline uses this method. However, since emperors and monarchs held noble statuses, their subordinates naturally stepped in to do these things, and some of these subordinates became the so-called top 10 sinners of the Origin Continent. Master, are you going to offend the emperors and monarchs of two ancient kingdoms at the same time? Morosa was also a little panicked. Even if his destruction Tao body has reached its peak, he would only be on par with an emperor or monarch who has a full set of super powerful secret treasures. I'm not afraid, so what are you afraid of? Luo Feng looked at Morosa. Morosa looked at Luo Feng. Master, if several emperors and monarchs joined forces and many secret treasures and formations beyond the God-King level are deployed, are you sure you can handle it? Morosa naturally can't bear it with his small body. Don't worry. Luo Feng said. Morosa's eyes lit up. The master is very confident. Luo Feng smiled. If he were outside the origin continent, he would still need to be a bit low-key. But within the origin continent, even if the ancestors of the two nations were to come in person, there was nothing to fear. If the master isn't afraid, what do I have to fear? Morosa immediately said with great confidence. Kill, kill, kill. Whoever the master wants to kill, just kill them. Whoever is behind these top 10 sinners is also a secret. Luo Feng said with a smile. They say that the water in the origin continent is very deep, so this time we'll measure it, stir things up a bit, and see who can jump out. Among the top 10 sinners, 3 of them who are relatively weak, are the ancestor of the Snow Realm, the Celestial Hound or Tianju God King, and the Lord Qi Feng. Let's deal with these 3 first, Luo Feng said. Step by step, from weak to strong. Snow Realm territory. Endless snowflakes fall all year round, and the snowflakes fall to the ground and turn into water flow, blending into rivers. The countless rivers throughout the Snow Realm, as well as the snowflakes in the sky. All these constitute the true form of the ancestor of the Snow Realm. A man in a black robe with a golden mask and an old servant appeared on this land. The ancestor of the Snow Realm practiced the path of the origin of life, pursuing the vastness of life. Although having a large physique is important, the essence of the body is even more crucial. Luo Feng also practiced the path of the source of life and has reached the second level of the God King realm. Now, he is also comprehending the various aspects of the ultimate realm, naturally seeing the many flaws of the ancestor of the Snow Realm at a glance. The beings that have grown in the Snow Realm over generations are all the resources for his practice. A cold light flickered in Luo Feng's eyes. Survival of the fittest, he wouldn't care too much. Even some so-called gangs or dark forces, as long as they didn't come across Luo Feng, he wouldn't bother. After all, the beings on the origin continent weren't the human race from his hometown, so Luo Feng couldn't be bothered. However, for those like the ancestor of the Snow Realm or the lord of the Tian Kun kingdom, who devours billions of beings for their own benefit, Luo Feng instinctively felt a killing intent. Devouring billions of beings. Just to slightly enhance his own Xuanhuan bloodline. These cultivators no longer consider themselves part of the cultivator community. They are high and mighty, treating countless other beings as their food. In Luo Feng's eyes, such cultivators are scum. Feeding on billions of beings, such cultivators should not be allowed to live on the origin continent. Luo Feng said softly. When his abilities were insufficient, Luo Feng could endure. But with sufficient abilities, it is time to do what needs to be done. Destroy. Luo Feng looked at the snowflakes falling from the sky. These snowflakes are parts of the true body of the Snow Realm ancestor. Logically speaking, as long as one enters the territory of the Snow Realm, it would be impossible for them to evade the Snow Realm ancestor's perception. However, Luo Feng and Morosa were here, and the Snow Realm ancestor didn't sense them at all. Luo Feng focused his mind and activated the Liyuan technique. Boom. Luo Feng's spiritual will attack the snowflakes in front of him, which was equivalent to attacking the vast true body of the Snow Realm ancestor. The ancestor of the Snow Realm was currently immersed in the cultivating the Xuanhuan bloodline. And everything in the Snow Realm is within his perception. With just a thought, trillions of beings in the Snow Realm would be devoured by snowflakes, becoming the resources for his cultivation. He was still cautiously controlling the extent of the devouring. Ensuring that the speed of reproduction kept up with the extent of his devouring. When my strength advances further, I can expand the range of the Snow Realm. The ancestor of the Snow Realm was still dissatisfied with the size of his territory. Suddenly, the ancestor of the Snow Realm felt nothing else, he only saw an incredibly massive star rolling in, crushing everything in its path. The ancestor of the Snow Realm didn't even have time to cast any secret techniques before being crushed. No. Under the crushing force, even the fragments are turned into nothingness. Luo Feng showed no mercy, giving the ancestor of the Snow Realm no chance of survival. In an instant, the spiritual will of the ancestor of the Snow Realm was completely annihilated. His massive body became a corpse, appearing within the territory of the Snow Realm, a rather imposing beast corpse. Luo Feng waved his hand to collect it, then disappeared with Morosa. The countless beings that had thrived in this snowy realm for generations has now entered a new era. The darkest sky above their heads had vanished. At the same moment, a man in black robes and a golden face and an old servant also came to the Tianju kingdom, the kingdom of the god king Tianju. Note: the Sky Hound Kingdom or Tianju Kingdom. Sky Hound God King or Tianju God King. The kingdom ruled by the Tianzhu God King is one of the many small nations nestled between the Thunder Ancient Kingdom and the 10,000 Realms Kingdom. The Tianzhu God King possesses the strength of second-level God King, slightly weaker than the Lord of the Tian Kun Kingdom, but still enough to wreak havoc in the region. In the kingdom he rules, all living beings are also his food. I can only consume 1/10 of the food, the rest must be delivered to the monarch. The massive body of Tianzhu God King loomed deep within the palace. If I can eat as much food as I want, my strength can also be further improved. Suddenly, the man in the black robe with a golden mask and an old servant arrived deep within the palace. The Tianzhu God King had perished, his mind and will extinguished, and he has already become a corpse. Luo Feng waved his hand and collected the Tianzhu God King's body. Lord Qi Feng commands a huge island with 39 chaos states on it. This island is close to Yangfeng Ancient Kingdom and has a good geographical location. Its cultivation environment is even higher than that of the surrounding areas of Huyang City. The number of creatures produced by the 39 chaotic states can reach half the size of the 155 territories controlled by Huyang City. Lord Kaifeng, as an ancient god king of the second realm, is also a guest elder of the ancient Flame Wind Kingdom. Countless beings on the entire island could not resist this Lord Kaifeng at all. Poof! Luo Feng and Morosa arrived at this island and instantly took away the corpse of Lord Kaifeng from a quiet chamber in a palace. The 3 weakest god kings among the top 10 sinners of the entire origin continent have all perished, and it happened simultaneously. This event naturally shocked all factions across the origin continent. Blank. End of chapter. Subscribe. MTL World at Mittel World 1 YouTube channel.